Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our Pure Angels playthrough. I am excited to be back in the saddle. It's been a few days. I'm moving soon, so there's a lot of craziness with that, so don't be surprised if you don't see as many videos as normal, though I'd like to keep them coming out. They also might be a bit sporadic, so make sure to join the Discord and chat with me there. There's lots going on. Oh, my game audio is not working. That's a problem. Let me fix that real quick. This, click, headphones, okay. Alright, should be working. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay, so where we left off, I'm trying to kind of remind myself, we were doing the geode washing for insanity amounts of crushed stone. And then I also had to fix my red circuits in the base. They stopped running because I forgot I needed crushed stone for all the algae here. And so I had to set up some slag electrolyzers to feed in some crushed stone because we weren't getting any. So that was a problem. I also wonder, was crushed stone getting used somewhere else? It was right here. For what purpose? For these harnesses. So I maybe need to connect that to the one way over here, or just bring in some more stone. Oh, there was stone here too. Oh gosh, it's everywhere. We have stone providing, right? Did we already set that up? It looks like we set that up. Did I set that up? I have no memory. I have no no memory of these things. I did set up a lot of stuff, but did I set up stone? I thought I did. Yeah. Okay, here. Here we go. The answer is yes, assuming we have crushed stone. There's an irony in that, but we do have lots of stone here. For some reason I was thinking stone gets crushed, but crushed turns into stone. It is the backwards of what would make any sense in the real world. That is the opposite of that. How do smaller stones get put back together to make bigger stones? I don't get it. How do you uncrush stone? These things don't make sense to me. In any case, we're just going to dive back into this, and we'll hope that our issues will catch up with us tomorrow in the next episode. So we set up all the crushers for this already, and now I believe we need to set up 1 billion washing plants. I maybe don't have enough of these. I think I do, actually. Yeah, okay. So this is a little tricky and annoying, the way this all works, because each washing plant is going to make all 6 colors, so they all need to go on the same belt, essentially, and you can't really discriminate. And then those are going to have to get, like, filtered out with splitters. So the total amount of geodes here, if I'm guesstimating, we got 13, that's 26, plus 10, that's 36, plus 7 is 41, plus 9, so we need enough for about 50. So 2 full red belts, basically. I mean, sorry, 2 almost full red belts. So I should be able to put 10 in a row, loading onto a single red belt. I think that'll be fine. And then maybe the red belt will be going this way, because these do produce pretty fast, and 6 different types. So I do need it to be a fast inserter that's going to be kind of outputting these. And then we will hook up the water, like so. And our little mud water here, heavy mud water. And I'm pretty sure this, as a kind of model for the rest, should be fine. We'll do that one close. So we'll balance half and half, and then I'll do 5 sets of these. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, almost got unlucky and connected with some compressed air there. Let's see. Okay. So that looks good. Copy that. Again, default Factorio says, you're not allowed to do that, but Blueprint Flip and Turn has no such compunctions and lets you do that, which is very nice. Now, part of me wants to just offset this by 1 because then I can use the same fluid line. And I might just do that, actually. Normally I would line it up like this, but this makes it a significant amount smaller. But I also have plenty of room, and the cleanliness does look pretty good, so... Fine, we'll go with the aesthetics option. Alright, did I craft enough of the things, hopefully? Guess we'll find out. Okay, so that's all set up, and these are gonna need to be deconstructed because they're backwards, but that's okay. Everything else is fine. That is the danger, you know. I signed up for that danger when I said to Blueprint Flip and Turn, hey, I'd like you to flip this blueprint that regular Factorio won't let you. I did sign up for that. And then I will connect. Yeah, I need to figure out where this mud water is coming from. It's heavy mud water. Heavy mud water. Did I make a thing for that? Here. Oh. Wow, we need 4 washing plants? I don't think I, did I factor that in? Looks like I did. I'm short 1 because of my even numbers over here. Of course. Of course. Of course. I'm out of production block 2s. Gosh dang it. Well, we're going to need to make a quick train trip. Hey, we do have some crushed stone. It still exists. But yeah, my base is actually kind of falling apart right now until I get this crushed stone rolling. So very important. Definitely should have done this a lot earlier. Because, yeah, without crushed stone, everything falls apart, apparently. You kind of don't realize how important it is. I guess part of that is my own doing because I decided, hey, I'm going to switch all my smelting over to using mineral catalysts. And once you do that, well, now you've got, you know, some extra issues. If crushed stone runs out, that is. I'm going to throw these in there. I have no idea how many motors I have, but we're going to go find out. It's been a while since I visited Motorland over here. The land of motors is... sorry for the jump cut, everyone. I accidentally changed scenes, which must be a hotkey in OBS that I accidentally hit. So I need to find out how to not accidentally hit that hotkey. Huh. I'll have to check that out later. But we're back. I'll probably have to edit this one. How long was it up, Brandon? Did you notice? Yikes. I'm glad you caught that. If you hadn't been here, I would have done the whole episode like that. That would have been really bad. Okay, a minute or two. Let me write down the timestamp real quick so I remember to remove that. Where are we? Here. Okay. Alright, well, sorry about that, everybody. We are gonna throw some more clay bricks in here. I don't know exactly what I was doing when I clicked that over, but I was just kind of restocking all the necessities for production block 2s here because we needed a few more because we wanted 1 more washing plant is what all of that hard effort was for. And so now we should be good to go. We have the water fill that we need. We have the mud washing that we need. Did I make them? Yeah, we've got two seafloor pumps. So I think we are ready to go back and hopefully we can finish this and get some crushed stone flowing properly. Yeah, and what did I decide? This is going to provide... How are we gonna export this though? I have not thought this through entirely, or I've forgotten how I thought it through. Because I know we were talking about priorities and stuff, but I'm gonna have to think about that again as we finish this up. Alright, so this is all good. We've got our 2 belts here. Now this is where things get annoying. We need some sort of system. So like, let's say they're going this way. We need both of them. Let's see, to go left maybe? First I gotta find them. Angel's water treatment? No. Petrochemical? No. Girling? No. Power. I know I can search, but at this point I'm just... Ah, it's in resource refining. Okay, so blue... Maybe we go out. I guess it's maybe cleaner. I guess this is pretty clean. And then we just kind of copy that for each one. And I can kind of put this back here. And then the 2, whatchamacallits, the 2 belts will just kind of flow into each of these. We'll have to change the colors, of course. But I think that should do it. And this one I shouldn't have to filter, because it's the last color. So if that filter is necessary, we have done something wrong. Roggin. Something very roggin. I also could be smart and save myself some belts here if I just go a little further with the undergrounds. And then these belts need to come over. Okay. So then I need to recolor these. Purple for you. Right, you are going to be yellow. I think I did go in order, so that's convenient. And then light green. And then cyan, which I still think is kind of confusing because light green and cyan are kind of almost the same thing, but they're not exactly. And there we go. Okay, so that's set up. So now we're going to get crap tons of crystal dust and crushed stone. We're going to have to store crystal dust for eons, which is going to be interesting. But other than that, I think we're pretty set up here. I do need this, which is just mud water and regular water, with four doohickeys here. I believe that's the official term. Doohickey. Doohickey 1, doohickey 2, 3, and 4. Due to the way these are set up, we are going to need to rotate. And then that connects. Is that convenient? Ooh, that is convenient. It's perfectly convenient, actually. And then we need just a little connection here, and then that should connect it all. Bam. And then we need the water connected, which, again, wow, did that work out nicely. I wasn't planning all of this. Sometimes you just get lucky. Okay, so we've got that. We should be able to just throw probably a single water pump. These things are nuts. I do like water pumps. I think they're maybe slightly overpowered in terms of... I mean, and I don't really have an issue with it because regular water pumps are pretty overpowered too. You know, 1200 water for free, so these give you 2000 water for a pretty low amount of power. But I'm used to Pyanodons where water isn't totally free. The water pumps are much bigger, first of all, and they don't pump a ton per second. And so oftentimes you need like 2 or 3 or 4 of them if you need larger volumes of water. And that can add up. And I think if I'm doing it right, Two seafloor pumps can go here. Let's find out if we did that right. Definitely not. They take up a little more space than I thought. Weird. Okay, so what exactly is the story here? I should have brought some landfill. That was a mistake. Never have water fill and not landfill. Well, I hope that fits. It does. Okay. Yeah, and that's one more down than I thought it would be. Okay, well, that'll give me all of the mud water that I need. Connect up power for these. And let's see if we're rolling. Ooh, we are. Look at all of them. Look at the beautiful geodes. We'll go on the magical journey with them. Man, so many beautiful colors, too. Oh, no. Did I forget the inserter? No, we did that right. Oh, look at this. Ah, this is the feeling. You know, when you set up the production line and it just all runs the way you hope it will. Oh, chef's kiss. Beautiful. Okay, so now all we need to do is deal with the output, which I think we're fine to do. Sulfuric acid is here? No, that's sulfur dioxide. What was my plan here? I guess just connecting up this sulfuric. I'm trying to remember what my plan was. Gosh, it's been so long since I played. Yikes. I think my plan might have been to hook up the same sulfuric. I legitimately cannot remember. This was for crushed stone. I do remember that much. 112 slag slurry. I don't need 112. I need way more than that. Did I screw this up big time? Oh no. Oh no. Ay caramba. Wow. I really screwed this up big time. Yikes! We are only doing 100 slag slurry. But for all of the metals that we designed, we need... Where did that go, by the way? Here. Somewhere in here. Where is all of that shown? Oh, it would be in the ores. I have to click on these. And then get all the catalysts. Oh, right. I need to do that in a different block. I thought I had already done that. I thought I did this somewhere. Was it here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. I don't know what that was. So we need... here we go. 470 slag slurry per second to run everything that I've designed at peak capacity. For some odd reason, I was using 100 as just a frame of reference between these two, and then I didn't change this to be bigger. Now, the good news is I can copy this, but it's not perfect. It would make sense to just make these bigger. Although this is already approaching a full red belt, so I would really just have like more belts worth. I think I could fit another one of these very easily. Very easily. If I move this down so that the other one can fit underneath it, and it'll have the sorters for it, or the crushers for it to the right, then I can at least fit 2 of these in here. Because 100 slag slurry is really not going to do it. 200 slag slurry, given the needs of my base, that will help. It won't be able to provide everything my base needs, but pretty much everything. I also need to do the thing where... I can't remember. We keep running into issues with this. Do we get more issues if we have same side for one building and same side for a different building? I think we get less issues like this, because then it will be putting both things on the left side. Whereas if we have it the other way, sometimes like the first object always goes farther, for example, and you end up with like way imbalanced things. If we have an odd number, I think it's fine to do one like that. But if we have an even number, and I'm not being consistent with this, but that way we can be a little bit more certain of the lane balancing of our different materials here. Far, far, close, close. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so now the thought is we move this down. We're going to need way more than 3 of these. I guess currently 6. Yeah, okay. So let's move this down pretty much as far as it goes. I'll leave 2 squares in case I need some more space. And then I will copy this. So we've got a few more of them. Okay. And then this whole thing, unfortunately, has to come down. How far, I'm not really sure, but my nanobots are going to have their work cut out for them. Deconstructing all this. And then we're going to copy this whole shebang here. Right underneath. And I am going to make the belts go the other direction. So I guess this can kind of go to the left a little bit. Might as well use up the space. Do I need a space between them? Maybe, maybe not. I have talked about beacons before, but I didn't leave room in the middle for them, so I should at least leave room on the outside, I guess. So we'll do that. Nanobots, do your thing while I sit here and contemplate my life decisions. My poor life decisions. Oh man, I don't know how I did that. Not paying attention, I guess. And I also am still a little bit uncertain of what we were doing with the whole priority with, because we need to provide crushed stone to the train network. And so I'm not really sure what the plan was for that. I don't remember. Because I thought we were keeping this. Was there like a nearby station that I was planning to take advantage of? Over here maybe? I don't know. No, it doesn't look like it. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe I just was planning on changing one of these to a provider station? Yikes. Yikes is all I have to say. Okay, we're gonna turn this around. So help me, I will turn this build around. Don't make me come back there. Alright, get that built. It's kind of funny, you gotta be really careful when you're trying to change the direction of a blueprint, because it'll construct it the wrong way if you're not careful with that. I guess now that there's some room there, we like to leave a space in front of the rails, usually, when we can. Okay. So then, we're going to have one set of sorters. Ah, beautiful. Right here. 2, 3. Is that enough space? That might not be enough space. Well, guess it has to be enough space. Oh, why can't you be flipped? Blueprint with rail signal? Why is there a rail signal in there? Come on, get out of there. You don't belong. There we go. Alright, and then I can do this. But yeah, there's not enough space here for all the belts that need to go into these. Because each one of these needs like slightly more than half a red belt, so it's extremely complicated. This is fine though. I mean, I have some more space if I like put them over here or something. They only output a liquid, so it's not like I have to be super conscious of where I put them, which is nice. So that helps. Alright. So the next and final thing to do is figure out kind of how much crushed stone are we going to be getting from each one of these, and just make sure we're careful about belt totals. So, for example, blue here is outputting 12.88, and the next one, purple, is 9.66, so we cannot put those on the same belt. But like light green and cyan, we definitely can put those on the same belt. In fact, light green, cyan, and yellow should all go together, these three. So these three... Oh, but then we... Yeah, oh my gosh. We also have all the crystal dust, which is in greater amount for yellow. Oh, the crystal dust isn't even the same numbers. By Jove. What's easier here? Not really sure what's easiest. Almost like loading all of them into a chest and sorting it from there. Oh my goodness. Yikes. Let's just start with belt totals. How much belt total do I have between all this? We've got 50 crushed stone, and we've got 43 crystal dust, so 93. Dang it. So we need a total of 4 belts of stuff. So I think I'll actually start with that. Rather than trying to sort it and then have a bunch of belts going every which way, I'm just going to say we've got 4 belts of stuff. And we're going to deal with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are our 4 belts. And each of these is going to essentially merge priority left into the system. I think this will work. Let's see. I mean, I guess I may have to look at the numbers specifically, but we kind of want to do something like this, you know, each time. That feels like a lot of extra work. But I don't know of a better way. I mean, I guess we can just look at the numbers, which are sitting right here. I don't need to open Helm on. That's slightly over 50, you know, so red and yellow put together, or sorry, red and cyan put together. Red and cyan, that's, I'll just round up, 8 and 5 is 13. 13 and 7 is 20, that's 33. Yeah, we need 2 belts for those. So that's good. None of them require more than 1 belt on their own, however, which is also good. And then when we add in light green to that, gosh, I should keep a running tally, shouldn't I? We want to do it right? No, I don't. I'm just going to call it a 3rd belt after light green. Blue and purple. I don't think we need another belt yet for yellow. So it'll just join in to belt 3 here. And then finally we will have... Oh wait, no, this is going the wrong way. No, it's not, because it's already being sorted down that way. This is not pretty. I'm trying to think if there's a better way to do it without kind of abusing just large chests or warehouses. There might not be. I think that's actually the simplest route here. You know, and I say abusing, it's not abusing. Angels has warehouses. I'm just going to use a 6x6 warehouse, or a 4x6, or whatever size I want to. That really is the simplest method here, and I think it actually will maybe even be cheaper in terms of like computing power for UPS. Okay. So 6. We'll just do 5 by 5. That is the nice thing about merging chests, is you can, you know, change the sizes a little bit here, but so yeah, now each of these will just flow on in. And yellow can handle just fine with a single yellow. Light green here can be a yellow. Cyan. Does that need to? No. But I believe red will. Let's go down one more. Oh, I don't like the look of that. No, sir. No, sir. Make that a little bit nicer there. There we go. Okay. So that's a little better on the look. And no, hold on, red. Red is more than a yellow. So that fixes that. Power pole. Purple. Purple. 10. Yeah, that's gonna need a double. And then blue. What do you need? Blue. You also need double. Okay. So the reason this is handy is I only need 3 splitters to get everything in here. And then out will flow lots and lots and lots. 50 crushed stone, which is 4. You know what's interesting here? Am I going to run out of... I might need a bigger chest. Hold on. Excuse me. I'm actually going to bump this up to a 6x6 just so I have a little bit more space. That's kind of funny. I did not anticipate that needing to be a thing. We'll demerge and remerge. I could even go a little bit longer in that direction. Would that be helpful? We are going to do 4 out for stone, so I actually kind of like that. And then I'll be able to hopefully get the crystal dust, I don't know, flying out somewhere. Pixie dust. Okay. So crushed stone's coming out here. That goes into 3. That's, again, slightly annoying. Each of these uses, let's run the math there. So here we've got 50 divided by 2.67. So each one needs 18.72. No. Is that, what am I doing? We already knew that. That's this number. I think maybe I was just thinking, what's their maximum? If all 3 were running. I don't know exactly what I was doing. But we can't manage it with 15, is the answer I'm getting to here. Because sometimes if we had extra machines, maybe, like, because here we do, yeah, we do have more machines than we need. So doing the calculation with 3 means I actually only need 16.67 to each building. But unfortunately, that's still more than a yellow belt. So what I will do... Now, can the first... I guess that's the real question, if we're trying to save some space here. Can the first 2, 18.75 plus 18.75, then the rest needs less than 15. So the last one... so essentially I can do, like, 2 red belts here. And then we will split. Jeez, this is getting pretty spaghetti-fied here. So that'll go like as much as it can into this one. And then this one will do as much as it can into that one. And I guess we might as well just... I think technically I could do this in a lot of ways, but I'm happy to just merge them one more time and then go in there. So I guess we don't really need output priorities. Though then this is actually going to be the one that's the fullest because it has half of each. So it'll all work itself out. Jeez. Wow, wow, wow. And then I'm going to have to kind of copy that over here. Now, what did I decide? Excuse me. I decided this was for slag slurry. And we were going to use liquid prioritization. I think this is... I'm just trying to remember what I decided in the last episode. I think we were going to use liquid priorities to make this work. Yeah, I think that's what we were going to do. Because what we wanted is to always use this first, but then still be able to use the slag slurry from this as a supplement. But the problem is, oh, that's what we decided. We decided nowhere else is gonna make crushed stone. We're never gonna import crushed stone here. But that's stupid. Crushed stone is made over here. It's made right here. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. What did we decide? So crushed stone is made in a few ways, but apart from ore processing and geode processing, it's not. So no, it's not made. It's only made in two ways, really. And slag processing, which... Are we doing slag processing? We don't get slag out of any of this, do we? No, that's the beauty of mineral catalysts, is we don't get slag. So this is the only place crushed stone is created. So then part of me almost says I should belt that like around and over to here so then I just don't have to deal with it. This is dicey. Oh, maybe that's what I did. Maybe I said this would become a voiding station for crushed stone. Yes. I think that's what it was. Because this will always need, like, gobs of crushed stone. And because the crushed stone is coming... This crushed stone, at least, is coming from ore production, it'll be less than what we need. So unless we get a new source of crushed stone production, this can be the voiding station for it. Meaning this will be a requester that will be on network 2 only. And then crushed stone will go to other places first on network 1 until our little circuit doodad here, which we will probably need to go check on and make sure it's running properly. But once we have enough crushed stone in here, then it'll say, hey, we're now voiding stone. And then it'll get sent to here, it'll get used up. So we actually want to prioritize using the slag slurry from the stuff from this down here. Interesting. Okay. Well, I probably solved that in the last episode, so I apologize to those of you that just watched it right before coming here, because you're like, why is he doing all this again? He already figured all this out. Or, alternately, it's just as possible that maybe it's like, oh gosh, finally he figured it out like a smart person, because what he said last time was absolute horsepucky. So, it's very possible that what I solved last time was not a solution. That happens. That does happen. That's a cooling tower. I'm looking for... I always fail to find it. It's the pump. Yeah, there it is. And now we have these oil tanks, which are kind of cool. And we also have the pressure tanks. In my mind, though, and this is just me, I like to reserve the pressure tanks for gases only. things that could be compressed, because liquid can't be compressed. So it doesn't make sense to have a pressure tank for liquid. So I use the oil tanks for liquids. That is only a personal choice, though. The game does not differentiate and does not care. It'd be interesting to see a mod pack where it cares. You know, like you can only store certain fluids and gases in certain storage buildings. I'm not sure how it would do that. Probably would have to be scripted, maybe every second or two, so it doesn't lag the game. It checks, you know, if there's a bad fluid stored. But in any case, this is where the magic will happen. So I think what I'll do is I'll allow for a decent amount to store up. So we're gonna have 2 of these. And this one is the priority we said, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we said. Yes. So then that's going to empty. Put that up this way. That's going to just empty directly into the tanks here. And then those are going to connect like so. So that's nice. And then we're going to have a top up. And a top up valve is beautiful and will allow us to say, hey, only if these are less than 50% full will we run the whole geode washing goodness like that. And I think that's it. So now we can connect these back up. We are going to start building up crystal dust like nobody's business. But I think this will work. So once again, we shall watch the beauty unfold before us, now with a few more steps thrown in. Except for sulfuric acid. I need to get that figured out. Oh no! Blur! Gobsmackingly stupid Krydex. What are you doing? Filter, filter, filter. Crushed stone only is going out from these. So that's gonna clog up the lines with polluted crystal dust. Miss me with that pixie stuff. Let's make sure these aren't like somehow holding crystal dust. They're not. Okay. I don't see any more either. But just to make sure. Okay. Probably gonna have, yeah, a lot of extra of all this in my inventory. Okay, so I still need to connect the sulfuric. I thought I had, and then I undid it. So this is now going nowhere. Cool. Okay, well, let's try that again. You connect, and then we need an extension, and that should do it. Yeah, slag slurry, homemade. That feels good. Homemade slag slurry. Not requiring crushed stone from anywhere else in the base. We are making it right here. It's also really interesting how the colors build up sometimes when things get delayed because they unload a color first. So you'll notice like it'll unload all the purples in a row, and so it'll be like, wait, what's going on? Why are there so many purples? But it's just because the whole thing got backed up, which I think actually looks really cool. As much as I don't always love doing the same thing 6 times, I gotta admit, visually, it is quite appealing to look at this go. And now I'm gonna build up crystal dust, and I need to put that somewhere. So first of all, I probably have this overbuilt now because I'm never even gonna get enough. Like, what amount did it produce? 75, I wanna say? No. 234. Yeah, this process... No, sorry, it needs 234. It produces... Yeah, sorry, it does only produce 75. So, realistically, the ore process can only produce, like, 3 red belts worth. So this whole station back here is just nonsense. I'm never going to be producing that much crushed stone from outside of this kind of area. So I can get rid of all these pretty comfortably. This station will change into a provider station, and then I can finally provide crushed stone to the rest of the base, which is going to be good because the rest of the base needs crushed stone to do all sorts of little things. like all this stone brick and stone, for example, needs crushed stone. Oh, I did not expect to disconnect power, however. Let's keep that going. And Nanobots really earning their keep in this episode. I've used 300 almost. Wow. Wow. 1, 2, 3. I really, yeah, I should remove the 4th here. 2, 3. Because we're never even going to make a 4th line. Because that right there is already 90, which is an overestimate. So, that makes this a bit simpler as well to, like, deal with. Because it's only 3 belts instead of 9 or whatever that was. That was a bit crazy. And so now, this will essentially just add in the 90 that we have. It's overbuilt. So maybe I should have just connected these with these and done priority input on this. Gosh. For some reason, I'm in a weird mood tonight, I guess, as I'm recording this video, because my brain is like, but both things would work, and I'm really torn between them. Usually I'm a bit more decisive. I'm a little indecisive tonight, because I'm thinking to myself how it would be just as good to maybe even bring the crushed stone and put it in this warehouse. But that's not good, because we want this to be the priority when it's voiding, actually. So first order of business actually is changing this to network 2 only. So that makes this a void station only. And we should name it void crushed stone. Slag slurry. So this is a little interesting because it can only void crushed stone if we need slag slurry. That is the deal here. The reason I think that's okay is because I'm going to delete that for now. This will change into a provider station, actually. The reason I think that's okay is because the only thing currently in the train network that's making any amount of crushed stone is this. And the only reason this stuff gets made is to make this, which then uses more crushed stone in the form of mineral catalysts. So it uses like triple what gets produced. So I think that should work fine. And let's see, how much crystal dust do we already have? Oh my gosh, this is not going to last very long. I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the amount of crystal dust we are going to build up here. What can we do with crystal dust again? Oh, that's right, crystal powder, which then can get mixed. No, that's not the way to do it. That's a really slow recipe. It only does one at a time. There's a different one. Where is it? This one. Oh, really? Wait, no. I thought there was another one. No, that's it. Okay. So until we get milling, which is in orange science, and relatively few steps in. I guess that's actually pretty early in orange science, but until we get that, and milling drums, which I guess we can already make, but we'll need lubricant for that. Oh my gosh. Yikes. We are going to have some crystal dust issues. And obviously crystal slurry is nice, but it uses up sulfuric acid. This would be a faster way to void crystal dust at the expense of needing sulfuric acid, because we can't just void the crystal slurry. Hold on, I wasn't done looking at that. This one is... Oh, yeah, this is, like, right at the beginning. Okay, so that's good. So we're just going to need to make gobs of sulfuric acid, then, which is probably going to be not too hard. I seem to remember there's a lot of ways to make sulfuric. And then, essentially, we'll just use sulfuric as a way to get crystal dust out of our system. So essentially, like this this build we just made, which on the face of it requires, 30 sulfuric acid. Well, to get rid of 40 crystal dust a second, we're also going to need 60 more sulfuric acid. The good news is we will use a lot of that crystal slurry to make potentially mineral sludge. Wait, mineral sludge. Oh. Hey, look at that. We can make mineral sludge too. With some mineralized water. Which, that... Oh gosh. I've never needed this before for whatever reason, but now I'm seeing why it's useful. Because then you can turn all of your crystal dust essentially back in to the stone version. Because the crystal slurry also gets used for the... let's see if I can find it. The crystal seedling, which is essentially the mineral sludge but tier 2. And that's generally the only thing I've used it for. And that's what makes the crystal catalysts, and that's what you need for the second tier of ores. So we will do all of that someday. Actually, I don't know if we'll do all of that someday. I don't know how far we're going to get in this series, so I can't promise that. But for now, we are still having fun, so we're not done yet. I do need to make some large chests to hold crystal dust here. What do you got going on here? You are 864. Way too small. What are you? 1440. It's a little better. We can still go higher though. How about that? 1782. Still going up. Bam. Nice. Okay. Basically 2000, and we need 3 out, I want to say. 45 a second, I think can handle it. Nope, these need to be filtered. I always forget about that. I don't know why I just keep thinking mini loaders are gonna magically know what I want, because they don't. They sure don't. Okay. So that will at least stall the problem. How long will this last me? I mean, running at full pace, this is a stack every 4 seconds. Holy cow. So this is only 8,000 seconds. This is only 2 hours worth right here. I need one of these every 2 hours. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I don't know. I guess I thought it would be a problem later. I don't think I quite realized how quickly these things were going to fill up with crystal dust. Wow, that's a lot of crystal dust, I gotta say. But it is beautiful, is it not? And so are these little gems, the geodes. Why are these not running? That's probably not good. These should be... Oh, the mud! The mud. Yes. Okay, now mud is interesting, because mud is not easy to get. So wasting it feels, well, like a waste. That's kind of the definition of a waste. But I also don't know if I ever am going to care to have mud on trains. So let's think about that. We need mud for soil, that's the main thing. The other way to make soil is sand and compost. Sand is easier to get than mud, so we will switch to that, I think, at some point. Is that right? Yeah, the sand comes from the thin mud water at like 5 at a time. 5 per 5 seconds. Whereas the mud is like... What is that? Average of 1.5. Is that an average of 1.5 or is that an average of 1? 0, 1, 2, or 3. That adds up to 6 divided by 4. Yeah, 1.5 times a half chance, so 0.75 mud in 5 seconds. Yeah, that's a lot less than sand. So anyway, we probably won't use the mud for soil forever. What else does mud go into? The other places mud goes is swamp tree seeds, random plants, and that's pretty much it. So I do think we will just mix it back in with water. I guess to make it kind of elegant or elegante, we will just kind of recycle it back in. I think that's kind of cool. a cool concept. Not that there's really any need to do this, because I could just void it, because this is free anyway. I still think it's kind of cool. So I'll just actually kind of connect things up like this, and then you're going to make mud water here. And we're going to connect up the water. This is going to turn down. Yeah. It's kind of inconvenient. What if I just move this so it's not inconvenient anymore? That's even better. And then you. Ta-da! Okay, so then that'll make 3 mud a second, or use 3 mud a second, and these will not make that. So that should be fine. I'm imagining that pays, that we're not going to get some sort of positive feedback loop, but let's double check. 90 mud water makes 0.3 mud. 0.3 mud would make 4.5 mud water. Yep, I think we're going to be just fine. And we'll just put that top up at 50%, so there's always a decent amount of room for this to output. And that should do it. So now we won't be stalling out on mud anymore. I'm gonna try to get this going a little faster, I guess. It'll catch up. It'll just take a couple minutes, maybe. But yeah, there you have it. So that is the Angels Geode Processing world. It gets you a lot of crystal dust, so make sure you know what you're doing with that, but definitely worth it otherwise. And we will use that eventually. We just don't quite have the means for it yet. But I think I am going to call it an episode there. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time.